Good morning, everyone. And this is one or more webinar in our series of webinar about giving a lot of information about education opportunities abroad, especially when you apply from India. Now, this is quite an interesting topic, how to choose the study abroad destination. On today's date, this has become further important because so many destinations are available for Indian students to pursue their international education. Last 24 years into the business of education abroad, we have seen a lot of countries emerging as studying abroad destinations, a lot of countries losing their charm in the race of attracting Indian students. However, the kind of options and kind of shift we have seen in the recent couple of years, especially 24 and 25, something which is really awesome. And we have seen students going to such destinations which we never thought that we will have students going for these countries as well. So, keeping this in mind, and as the students are exploring more and more studying abroad destinations, we are hereby presenting a webinar how to choose study abroad destination. We say making smart, future focused decisions for studying abroad aspirant. Now, let's see, studying abroad, everyone knows, is a life changing decision. It is not just particular country or a city, but it's about your overall lifestyle, if overall your career, that you choose a particular destination. So definitely it will require a very strong planning, proper awareness, and self-reflection about your decisions or your decision of choosing that particular destination. And as I said in the beginning, there are increased number of choices now available with the students as compared to past, maybe 10 years or 15 years before. There were very few popular destinations where Indian students used to go. So if you decide that, if you would have decided that, okay, I want to study abroad, there were 3, 4 destinations and you finalize one. But now there are more than 35, 40 destinations where Indian students are exploring their opportunities to study. And that's the reason it is very important to be more informed and take the decision carefully. Now, very first step studying abroad aspirants should do is to define your career as well as life goals. Unless you have a set career goal with you or a goal for your entire life, it will not be possible to choose or refer any particular destination. Very important is a field in which you wish to pursue your career. Now, we or anyone will not expect that you will say, I will be doing my career in machine learning, I'll be doing my career in quantum computing, I will be completing my career in information systems. This is very specific. But at least you can decide that, okay, I'll be dealing with some computing part of it, or I'll be dealing with some mechanical engineering, I will deal with psychology, I will deal with law. So this is the field in which you will like to make your career. Again, the job roles, very important. What kind of job roles you will like to work upon as a professional? Some jobs are very static, monotonous, 10 to 5 jobs, what we call them. Some jobs are completely work from home. Some jobs will require extensive traveling. Some jobs will require challenging situations. Some jobs will require more physical activity. So accordingly, you should choose that I will like to work in these kind of job sectors and these kind of job roles. I will like to meet many people in a day, or I will like to take a lot of meetings in a day. So that will decide what kind of career you are inclined to. You should have short-term goals as well as long-term goals as well. Short-term goals means, okay, after finishing my studies, I will like to work like this, but in long run, I have to start my own business, or I want to work in my family business, or I want to form a group of students or my friends and start a venture parallel with my jobs in that particular country. Now, when a student is aspiring about studying abroad, student is definitely looking forward for a job or staying few more years in that particular country. Some students do have an idea about permanent residency or getting settled in that country. Although that is too early, but still they want to keep option open that, okay, I will study there, I will work, and if everything goes right, I will settle. But at least if you decide that I will stay in that country for a few years after my studies, then that destination has to be carefully chosen, because some countries do not offer you the post-study visas. Some countries do not have a lot of job prospects for international students. So after finishing the program, students eventually come back to India. So accordingly, your destination will definitely vary if you really want to work after studies or really looking forward to settle down in that country. Very important is the industry demand in different countries. Every country is known for certain fields, certain sectors. And if your sector is abundantly available or jobs are abundantly available in those countries, then definitely you will be very comfortable in your career once you finish your studies there. And lastly, whichever goal you prepare, you should have a backup for those goals also. You cannot say, I want to work in as a supply chain manager. That is good that you have decided, okay, I'll work as supply chain manager. But then backup can be a project manager or engineering manager or something else. But you should have a backup plan ready with you once you decide your primary goal. You can have primary goal, secondary goal, maybe tertiary goal at certain times, so that you are well defined for your career and you can take the steps accordingly, especially when it comes to education abroad. Now we go to the next part, that is money matter or money part. Very important, very crucial for a student as well as his or her parents. When you say, I want to go abroad, the next thing what will strike is money. Paisa, how I will manage my education. So here you must understand your family's financial situations well. Check the liabilities and assets your family has. For example, if your family has taken huge loans, maybe for home or cars or business, so already there are liabilities which are going on your family. So they might not raise huge amount of funding or loans for you for education abroad. But on the contrary, if your family has not having liabilities, not many loans, you are a single child, so there is no other liability post you get settled. So in that case, you are in better position financially. So you'll have to check everything properly. You have to speak with your parents. You have to sit with them. You'll have to discuss the plan of yours going abroad and how much money you can raise from them or by the loans. You have to check willingness also of your parents to fund your studies abroad, because your parents will also have their own goals, their own plans about their future, near future. Like they might be interested to invest in some business. They might be interested in moving to some other city or other country. So accordingly, you should check their willingness, their readiness to support you. And once you have a proper meeting and proper understanding about your parents and financial conditions, you will have to decide and come at certain amount, that this is an amount is my budget. Can be any amount. By 15 lakhs, for example, I can spend 15 lakhs on my education, and that too with education loan. Or I can spend 30 lakhs on my education, 20 lakhs will come from loan, 10 lakhs savings are there with my parents. Some parents will tell you generously, okay, whatever amount you want to spend, you can spend 80 lakhs, 90 lakhs. We are with you. Don't worry. So accordingly, you decide a budget of your education abroad, because once you are done with your career goals, that is the field you want to study, and your budget is ready, you are done with your homework. Then it's just time to choose the destinations. Choose which country, which program, which university that part starts. First two components, your academic readiness, and your second is your financial budget or financial capabilities. Again, here I strongly state that do not push your parents for huge amount of money. Even if parents says that our budget is 10 lakhs, 12 lakhs, it is doable. There are countries like Germany and some European countries where you don't need education fees. So you can plan your budget, whatever you have, whatever parents say, and then that is ready and your academic choices are ready. We go to the next phase, that is choosing the studying abroad. But before that, there is one step, which is evaluation of yourself holistically. But now the step number one is you decide, I want to study and become a AI engineer. I want to study and become a lawyer. Good. But holistic review of your personality. How is your academic performance till now in India? How is your English proficiency? How well you can speak English? Because either you will be going to an English speaking country or a country where English is not spoken, but your media of instruction will be English. So you'll have to crack exams like IELTS, TOEFL, and get minimum required score. So how good are you at English? Then your emotional readiness to go away from your home, your country, and stay there. Adaptability with the surroundings, adjusting with foreigners, different culture, different people, and your health condition, both physical and mental. It's very, very important. This holistic review, mostly students don't look at. They just look at the money matters. Okay, I have money. Okay, I'm done. But many times I have seen students with even a crores of rupees of financial backup could not perform well in foreign countries. And I have sent so many students with a lower middle class background where budget was around 10, 12, 15 lakhs. But student has done extraordinary after student has landed in that particular country. So you have to evaluate yourself properly, how good you are as a student, and then you can start with the exploration of the countries. So as a student aspiring for studying abroad, you have done your evaluation, you have done your academic assessment, you have done your financial assessment, and you start with the destinations. Now on screen, you can see top 4 destinations, also considered as traditional destinations for studying abroad: the US, UK, Canada, and Australia. They are also called as Super 4 in education abroad, especially from India. In the year 2005 or 2006-8, out of 199 students used to go to these countries for higher education. But nowadays, out of 100, maybe 70 or maybe even 60 are going to these destinations, and 40 people are going for other destinations. So things have changed in last 15, 20 years. Why they have changed? First is education cost. Education cost in these countries is generally on a higher end. Jobs are getting so competitive. Gone those days where you complete your masters in the US or UK or Canada and immediately your job is ready. They were job ready degrees. But now people are finding a lot of problems in finding job post education. Geopolitical situations, all countries, they have got some problems here and there, especially US now. Immigration policies is getting changed. A lot of new rules are being announced, taken back, again announced. So some uncertainty among the student, among the organizations, companies, those who are going to hire the international students. So immigration issues. Same goes with Canada. Same goes with UK. Australia recently become very tight as far as the student visas are concerned. But still, irrespective of all these challenges, these four destinations remain popular amongst Indian students because of the larger economies they have, capacity of those countries to accept international students and give them jobs later on. For example, Australia recently announced that they will be taking 295,000 students this year for like international students this year, which is a huge number, which is a huge number. Okay. UK always accepts so many students. So these four countries still remains the popular destination, but you should be careful all these points and you should be ready to take certain risk. If after finishing studies, if you are not getting jobs immediately, you'll have to be prepared financially and emotionally and everything for that. So these four destinations you can choose if your budget is good. Again, I'm not saying you need crores of rupees, maybe around 50 lakhs budget. You are good with any of these countries. You can study in top universities of these countries. Because if you say we go with QS World Rankings, QS World Rankings, out of 100, more than 80 universities land in these four countries. So definitely you will get a better rank and a very good education. All these four countries are English speaking countries. So you will not have problems of learning any foreign languages. A lot of Indian community is already established in these countries. So you get a lot of Indian atmosphere when you go there to study in compared to other destinations. But exploring these destinations, you should be carefully evaluating your budget and the job sector you want to work later on and how competitive you are. If you are a merit student, you are a good student academically, you can sustain the competition. These four countries can be the best destinations as far as possible your near and long future is concerned, because the economies are very strong. You have better chances of jobs, the salaries are higher, so you can definitely settle down in these countries. Country like Canada and Australia, they have a PR possibilities as well, easily PR possibilities later on when you complete your master's degrees with them and work there. Now, after these top four or popular four, or you can say super four destinations, which are there since past and even today's they are popular, we'll be talking about countries in the next slide, which have gained the popularity in last 5 years. Tremendous popularities they have gained. Ireland, Germany, New Zealand, Dubai, France. These are the countries which used to, for example, I'll give example of Ireland, where they used to get maybe around 2,000, 4,000 Indian students in the year 2017, 2018. I might be a little wrong in numbers, but just to show you how popular they are, the numbers of students in Ireland have gone 100 times more nowadays. So many people are getting entered into these countries. Germany is so popular nowadays, especially because of the free education offered in the public universities. Again, you'll have to be very careful. People like us, Akshay Study Abroad consultants, help you to get in free universities. There are people, those who don't help for the free universities. We do help and we do charge for that. Others might not charge for that, but they will send you to the private schools only. But we will send you into the government universities because we have our own charges. So we don't rely on the universities to pay us anything. So we will send you to the top universities of Germany or anywhere. So here the points is number of students have increased recently. So there is a potential saturation which has started developing in these countries. So job prospects can be a question in upcoming years. You will have competitions to face, and you might be coming back to India after finishing your education or keep doing some odd jobs after studies. Cost of education is relatively less. Germany, you can complete your education as low as 10 lakhs because only living expenses. Dubai, you can work full time even or work intern during studies and complete education around 15 lakhs. Same thing goes with Ireland, France. A budget of 15, 18 lakhs, you are done and you can complete education. Yeah, some universities in France are expensive, but there are options where you can complete your education as low as 15 lakhs also in these countries. Only thing is saturation and future. So if you are really looking for a long-term destinations, maybe the Super 4 earlier. But if you want an exposure to studying abroad at a lesser cost, these countries are still gaining so popularity. They have already established themselves in the last 5-6 years. So you can go anywhere of them. There are more countries also, but these are something which we have noticed people from Nasik and Maharashtra are getting flooded with. So we have kept it. So we had a look at top 4 destinations, popular destinations, but a bit expensive. Then came these destinations which are established now. Tuitions are less. Visa processes are not very difficult. So students are getting easily over there and they're the trend. They are trending now. You can say there is a concept called trending now. So they are really trending in studying abroad field. But be careful about the saturation part of it, which I told you. Just don't go because a lot of students are going here. Just judge because you are going there. After 1 year, you complete the studies. Then what will happen if so many students are getting flooded in? Okay. Now we look at very interesting aspect of this presentation. Countries which are upcoming countries. Now, currently, these are not very popular amongst Indian students. Although students are going there, but they are not very or highly popular. So their relative application, visa processes are relatively easy. Cost of education is also a bit economical, but they are predicted to be popular in near future. Maybe after 3 or 4 years, they will be highly popular. 6 countries: Sweden, Japan, Netherlands, Italy, Spain, and Switzerland is what we have noticed. Now there might be some more countries also which are getting popularities amongst Indian students. But these are the popular destinations nowadays and they are picking up well. So numbers are gradually increasing. We take pride that Akshay Study Abroad helps students in these destinations. This year, we could get 8 admits for Sweden, around 3 to 4 in Netherlands, and 4 in Italy. 5 in Italy. Although we applied to Spain and all, but students finally went to other countries. Japan also we tried for a student, but a student is going to other country. So these are the destinations which we call as a future destination. And we have already started counseling in this and we already invested a lot of efforts, a lot of manpower into this. We are the only institution in Nasik and maybe North Maharashtra providing complete service for these countries. And plus we have our alumni in those countries. Again, I'm talking about the top universities in these countries. To name few: KTH Royal Institute of Technology in Sweden, Stockholm University in Sweden, in Netherlands, TU Delft. These are the popular ones. Switzerland, ETH Zurich. These are global 100, global 200 universities having very less tuition fees and great reputation in the Europe. So you can trust us if you are looking forward to invest your efforts in the future destinations of studying abroad, which are these ones. So the prediction says that suppose today you go to Italy for studies, after 3 years or 4 years, lots and lots of students will enter Italy from India. That time the rules will be strict. They will not be easy as they are today for you. I remember in 2018, I used to do Ireland visa very easily, very simple. Germany, we used to send the student for visas and they used to get it within 15 days. But now what is happening in Ireland, what is happening in Germany, the visas are very strict, taking a lot of time. So in future, this prediction is these countries will also become very popular. So you can invest in them and be smart than others and go to these countries. Akshay Study Abroad will be with you, as we are with every studying abroad aspirant, will be with you for these destinations. Now, how to take decisions is something which has to summarize. You have to summarize everything. You have to look at cost of that university or a program, duration of the program, budget, total budget, what you have, whether it's match, what career opportunities, what are visa policies, and what future aspirations you have and what you will get. Now, if you are a final year student now, studying in final year, you'll be completing your degree in 2027. I recommend you to go for the destination which will provide you a 2 years program because you are fresher. There is no point doing some 1 year master's program. You would struggle in the job market. So rather choose a destination like US, Canada, Australia, where you will get a 2 years of master's degree. If your budget is not very high, choose Germany, Sweden, and study there. If you have got experience of 3 to 5 years in the industry and you just want an exposure of abroad, 1 year program in country like UK, Ireland, Dubai will solve the problem, solve the purpose. If you have a business in India, you want to go abroad, study, then maybe 1 year program will matter good for you. So there are so many constraints, so many criteria, what student wants, what the student wants, and how student is inclined towards the choices. We will help you out in deciding the destination for your studying abroad. Now, very important is you have to understand the positives and negatives and how well you can overcome the negatives. Now, when it comes to education abroad, there are certain pros. Education quality. Obviously, you get a better quality when you study in top international universities. Although India also has top universities, their quality of education is very good, but they are a bit competitive to get in as compared to foreign universities. So you can get easy admissions as compared to Indian top schools. So you get good quality, better exposure, especially international exposure, and you become independent. You have independence all the way. Whatever you want to do, you can do there. There are certain concerns. Homesickness definitely comes in picture. Cultural shock, especially if you go for undergrad studies, that is after 12th, if you go for education, and financial pressures because the cost is very high. So you have to decide, can I handle this loneliness when I go to a country? Academic pressures, can I understand? Cultural difference, can I understand? Can I handle? And you can decide it. So we always say you keep prioritize 3 destinations. Do not just fix one country. Okay, I'll go to Canada. Good. You want to go to Canada, right? Understand whether it fits your budget, whether it fits your aspiration. You say, yes, I like Canada. I want to go here. It will be okay for my pocket. I can manage the cost. But still, there are visa challenges. Last year, there were more than 70% visa rejections for Canada in certain regions. So you'll have backup plans. Maybe you can say, I'll go to Canada. If I don't get in Canada, then I'll go to Australia. Both countries are good for PR. So accordingly, keep max to max 3 destinations. Your dream option, second practical option, and a safe option. That I will go to Canada, first choice. If not, practically I am okay with Australia also. But if both it's not getting feasible, then I will go to some European country like France. And prioritize your destinations accordingly. Now, certain things which you must avoid: agents of certain universities which are heavily marketing certain countries or universities, certain destinations. They will say, go to UK. UK is best. You will get job guarantee, this, that. So you have to be careful before relying on anyone. I'm not saying everybody is like that, but there are people, those who are sending students only to one destination. And anyone comes, they tell, okay, go to this country only, this university only. So be careful. Misleading information provided by many sources with sometimes hidden motives. So recently I met one student. He went to a consultant for German public universities. Consultant told him clearly that you will not get job if you pass from the government universities. You'll have to go to private universities. It was very shocking for me to listen to such student, and he was counseled like this by someone from our industry. Now there was a hidden motive that consultant wanted a student to go to the private universities which he gets commission from. This was very clear to me. But for a student of 21 years, he got overwhelmed. Oh, I should go to private university in Germany. I should go to private university in Germany. Then we counseled him, we told him, and now he is going for, he got an offer also now with a free admission for this October intake. So remember that not all information you get are without any motives. Some information might be having some hidden motives. Over dependence on online guidance. Students are doing ChatGPT, students are doing other AI tools, students are looking online, which is not bad, which is good to understand, to get an idea. But I've seen students completely depending on it. AI told me that you go to Australia, I'm going there. AI told you, but you do not have financial capability to support yourself. So do not have complete over dependence on online guidance. Yes, you should take virtual guidance. I tell, even they enroll with me, I tell my students to cross-check the universities which I gave them on the websites, on the AI tools and all, because now we got this facility, so we are using it. As when I was in my college, mobile phones were not there, so not using it. But now all college students are using mobile phones, which is good. So similarly, we can use the online information for getting idea, for getting knowledge, even to make a good informed choice. But do not just depend on a particular website or particular AI tool that, okay, I'll follow only that, especially when you want to go to study abroad. Do a holistic review. And last is what we see more often, that imitating others. Okay, my brother went to Australia last year. I want to go to Australia. That's it. Your brother went for a program which was electrical engineering, sustainable, or your brother went for the program which was hospitality management. So he has great future in Australia, but you want to go for a program which is psychology program. Psychology program has a lot of challenges when we want to apply for masters in Australia. So better choose destination where psychology programs are easy to get in, and you will have a better career. Psychologists do have scope in Australia, but there is a registration norms, there are a lot of other norms. So you should be ready for all this. Just your brother went doesn't mean that it will be easy for you as well. You should be ready for the challenges which it faces. I recently met one student. He told me, I want to go to US. I said, good. Why? My friends are going there. So if it's not a movie, come on, you are not going for a movie. Okay, three people are going for me. I am the fourth one. I'm going for a movie. Okay, it's just 3 hours matter, but it's a career. So when it's your career, you should have well-informed decisions. Even whenever people meet me as a counselor, I counsel them. I tell them, now you think on this. You do your own research, own survey. It's not because I told you to go to this destination, this program that is suitable for people, because I know you only for last 30 minutes. You're coming, sitting in front of me, and we are talking for 30 minutes. Then it's done. So I'm giving you information on the basis of my knowledge, but it might not be suitable for you. So you must do your own research as well, apart from what people like us tell you, and then come to certain conclusion. So these things you must avoid. You have to summarize this session, be well informed about your destinations you have decided, Have confidence in you. Once you decide, I will go to this country, go there. Whatever happens, happens. I'll be there. I'll fight. So be confident. You should must be ready to work very hard. Without working hard, you will not be able to get success in foreign countries or foreign destinations. Even in India also, you'll have to be extremely hardworking because there is a tremendous competition in the industry, in the market outside. So success will depend on the efforts, not on only destination. There is no destination in the world where you go and you get everything guaranteed. Otherwise, everyone will go there only. As it is said, there is no safe place on this earth. There is no place on this earth which is extremely safe. 0% risk. Otherwise, everyone will go there and stay. People will not die only. People will go there and stay safely throughout entire span. No, there are risks in every corners of the world. Similarly, every destination has positives, has negatives. You will choose and be ready for the negatives and capitalize on positives and fight with negatives. You will be successful. So success will depend only on your hard work and informed choices. There is no thumb rule or there is no single word which I can tell you go here and be successful. No, you will have to choose and then proceed earlier. My organization, Akshay Study Abroad Consultant, is pioneer in the field of studying abroad in Nasik and North Maharashtra. With 24 years of experience, we will guide you to choose the correct destination. We'll provide you authentic and information which can be easily validated or which can be easily checked by you. We'll provide you with a strong connection of our alumni, as we have 7,000 plus students already gone abroad in last 24 years. We will give you the alumni contacts, alumni network will be with you, plus we'll be obviously with you. And our experienced team, everybody working in my organization is minimum 5 years of experience, and some are even more than 12 years as well. So we are only into education abroad. We don't do any other activity like other classes or other businesses. No, we are only into education abroad. You will not find a team of 18 people working only for studying abroad destinations for you in Nasik or North Maharashtra. So you can trust us. You can rely and relax. We will give you proper direction and will make you work hard towards your goal. We will not say that if you come to us, you will be successful. No, you will come to us. We will guide your efforts for your success. Your efforts will be there. You have to have efforts done. Otherwise, nothing is going to be happening for you. So this is about us. These are we, and we are extremely happy that irrespective of holiday, Saturday club holiday came and we got a tremendous response for this webinar. 33 people are still there in the webinar room, which is incredible to know, which shows the trust people are showing on Akshay Study Abroad Consultant. And we thank you for detailed or one-to-one counseling. Kindly contact us on the numbers which are provided here. And you are welcome anytime to us. Obviously, with appointments, if you take an appointment, you will get around 30 minutes ka session with my managers or with me, and we will give you the information. Then you'll have to do your work. And once you decide that, okay, I want to study abroad, we are there with you. With this, we conclude this particular webinar presentation. We are open for question answer session for next 15 minutes. So participants present here, if you have any kind of questions, you can put in a chat box. You can put in chat box. I will be very happy to take the questions. It has been seen in last webinars in this series. Last time we had around 15 questions, which shows the interest the participant are showing, and kind of Nasik students and students from Maharashtra are capable of doing and exploring things, which is really good to know. So over to you all students. You can ask whatever questions you have. Already I have given you the contact details to contact, and anytime you are welcome for your one-to-one counseling. I'll be taking questions in next 1 minute. You can keep putting them in the chat box. Questions have already started coming. Give me 1 minute. So already there is first question. A question is very interesting. A student is asking, is it better to choose the country first or the university first, and why? I personally recommend choosing a country first rather than a university, unless and until your program is very unique. If your program is very unique, then you will have only 1 or 2 universities in the world giving that program, and so you go with the university. Otherwise, choose the country first. Okay, this is the country I will apply, and then explore all the universities. We will help you out in exploring the better universities for your program and choosing and applying there as well. So you'll have to be selecting your country first. Very good question is coming up next, which is, which countries offer the best return on investment for students? Now, ROI is, if you talk in terms of the finance, that is money to money, then country like Ireland, country like UK, country like Dubai, Germany will provide you ROI. Now here, ROI means that you invest 30 lakhs in UK university, then you have a 1.5 years post-study work visa. In that case, even if you don't get a full-time job, you can get a part-time job converted to full-time job. You can earn those 30 lakhs. Okay, it is in that way. But if you're really talking about the career plus ROI together, then I will say Europe destinations like Germany, even East destination like Australia is better for ROI. Although the investment is more, but you will get a good return on investment in these countries. So yes, there are countries which will provide. Again, every country has multiple universities. Certain universities have a lesser cost. Certain universities have a higher cost. So here you choose the universities with a lesser cost so that you can easily take out the returns earlier. So maybe within 2 years, your investment will come back if you choose the destination and university properly. There is one more interesting question. Does Akshay study help students in applications in Europe? Yes, we do. We do help students in European countries. Rather, we are the only one in Nasik, Maharashtra, which is doing it in such a large scale. There are people who are doing it, but large scales with dedicated team members for Europe. You will not get a consultancy where you will have a dedicated person for country like Sweden or country like Netherlands. We will give you that, and that person has worked in that field for more than 5 years. So for Europe, you can just trust us blindly. Our fees are very economical. We charge 30,000 for the counseling. The same fees are more than 1 lakh in metro cities. So you will save your money also. That's the reason we get many students coming from Mumbai, Pune, and joining our services here in Nasik. So Europe, we will definitely do, and we're happy to do it. Any real student success stories you get from Smart Strategy? Yes, there are. There are. If I want to tell, I will have a special webinar for that. We have students, those who started from the scratch, went to particular destination, and then they did awesome there. They just did awesome there. But as a consultant or as a guide to students, we just never give those examples. Because see, a positive example anybody can give you or anybody can boast on it, but nobody will give you negative examples, which we do, because negative examples teach us something. If you know the student has gone there, taken this much loan, and then he could not repay the loan, now that is negative. That does not stop you by going to that destination, but you should understand that there is no point investing huge amount in that destination. You can take lesser loan and invest in a lesser amount of university. So this is the way we guide you. Which countries offers the best scholarships for international students? Traditionally, US was the one which used to offer best scholarships. Now also they do offer, but because of certain amount of funding being cut by the government to the universities, they have come little down. Germany, the education is completely free. Certain countries in Europe like Sweden, Netherlands offer very good scholarship, even up to full scholarships. Australian universities offer max to max 25 or 30% of scholarships. So when you speak to us, every country, we have a detailed analysis of scholarships because we help in scholarships like anyone will do it. We help you right from filling the forms, applying properly for the scholarships, and getting one. So every country gives scholarships, but as you ask, better countries for scholarships, these are the countries where you can go and apply and get those scholarships. Any other questions? I've done with the questions which were there in the list. Any questions? We can still wait for a minute. Any question later on as well? You are welcome to visit our office, call us, WhatsApp us. We will be very happy to help you in whatever form we can. We will be very happy to give you authentic information by which you will go and become successful, because our entire aim or entire work is to make you successful in foreign countries. And even when you come back to India, you should be a successful person. We do recommend students to come back to India post studies and working there for a few years, because India needs you. India needs your skills, the kind of knowledge you acquired in the foreign destinations. You should use them for our nation, building our nation here back. So we do encourage that as well for students if they wish to come back to India. It's a very good move according to us. Study there, spend some years, come back. You can do that as well. And people do appreciate us about this particular feeling what we share with them. Okay, so we are done with all the questions here. So I will like to conclude this webinar and the question answer session by saying thanks to all of you being present in this particular webinar. We hope that the information provided here was very helpful for all of you, and it has definitely helped you to take one more step towards your dream of education abroad. Thank you, everyone, and wish you safe and happy weekend. Bye-bye and see you soon.